What's going on, comic book fans? My name is Bruce, and welcome back to Bruce and Stephanie Comics. Guys, it's Tuesday, and each and every Tuesday here on this channel, we do a little video that I like to call Speculation Recommendations. The video where I look into the future at final order cutoff and New Comic Book Day of next week. That's right, guys. We look into the future. This way you guys have enough time to put in your pre-orders for your final order cutoff books and to also reach out to your LCS and let them know, hey, I watched this video on Bruce and Stephanie Comics. They have some good spec. I want those books. That way I can help make this hobby fund itself. Before we go any further in today's video, I want to tell you guys about a new segment that I'll be adding to the end of each of these videos called Cool Books I'm Really Excited About. Now, why am I adding this segment to the end of these videos? And it's simply because there are books that come out each and every week that do not have any spec potential at all, but they are books that I am super excited about, and I want to share that excitement with you guys. Because guys, when it comes down, I just love comic book collecting, and there are books that have no spec that just I want to tell you guys about, and that's what this segment at the end of these videos are going to be. Maybe this will warrant a video of its own in the future, but as of right now, I'm just going to call it Cool Books I'm Really Excited About! Alright guys, let's continue this video. It is time for my 2 weekly reminders, guys, and the first one is to always do your own research. That's right, guys, please take all the suggestions that I'm going to give you in today's video and go check them against other comic book YouTubers you trust, other comic book apps that you trust, and other comic book websites that you trust. Gather all that information and make the best decisions possible for yourself, because remember, you guys are spending your own hard-earned money, not mine, your own hard-earned money, so that way you guys can make this hobby fund itself, or at least have a chance, right guys? And the last reminder is that the books on FOC and New Comic Book Day Spec could move to a different week. That's right, guys. Sometimes the dates shift for these books. I don't know why, but that happens. That happened with Never Never. Never Never was on last week's video, and it's back again because its New Comic Book Day release date shifted to next week, July 14th instead of July 7th. Alright guys, let's not waste any more time and let's jump into our final order cutoff spec for July 11th for your DC books and July 12th for your Marvel and Indies. Alright guys, our final order cutoff list is really short compared to normal. We only have one book to talk about. I am going to talk about 3 long shots after that, but let's dive into what this book is, and that is Spirits of Vengeance, Spirit Rider #1. This is the first solo series of Spirit Rider, also known as Kushala, formerly known as Demon Rider. She is a Sorcerer Supreme in Spirit of Vengeance mashed together. Super cool character. She's Native American. I'm 1/16 Native American, but I like this. Why do I like this? Well, if you don't have her first appearance, her cameo, or her second appearance, go after that solo series. So this is her first solo series. I would suggest picking up a couple extra copies of that cover A. Cover A always does the best with these books, so pick up a couple extra copies. Also, that cover is absolutely gorgeous. The 1 in 25 is okay, and there are 2 other color covers, but I just couldn't find the artwork online. But guys, that is the solid single best spec coming out on FOC next week. Now, I mentioned long shots, and I do have 3 long shots for spec potential for FOC of next week, and let's jump into what those books are. And the first one up is Nice House on the Lake #3. Now, why is this a long shot? Because it's the 3rd issue. 3rd issues of 12-issue maxi series usually don't do very well. It's usually, if there is an indie series and it's popular, that first issue does really well, and the second and the rest of the issues don't really do all that well. But if you look at Something is Killing the Children, you could see a different kind of trend. Something is Killing the Children, the first 8 issues sell really, really well on the secondary market. Yes, their print run was much lower than what the Nice House on the Lake probably is going to be, but maybe there is a chance. I'm not saying go out and buy 15, 20 issues, but maybe pick up a couple extra copies, 2, 1, I don't know, squirrel them away. And if this series does blow up really big, once it does get optioned, you have at least 1 extra copy of that book that you can sell on the secondary market. And the second book within my long shots is Black Panther #1. Why am I putting this on my list? Well, it's a new #1, and it has Black Panther in it. Black Panther is a beloved character within the Marvel Universe. It's a new writer on the book. His name is John Ridley. John Ridley is an Academy Award winning writer. He wrote 12 Years a Slave. He's also written for DC, The Next Batman. Didn't love that, but will I love this? I don't know. In the solicitations for this book, there's also an unnamed Wakanda secret agent. That's some minor spec potential right there. Who knows what the character is going to be, where that character will go in the future. Why not get on the ground floor of what this character is? It's only $4. Buy yourself in. There is an awesome Scotty Young cover, in my opinion. There's not a ton of Scotty Young funds out there. So why am I speaking in an accent? But yeah, so that's another long shot. Black Panther, #1. Guys, and the last book up on my FOC list is an independent title, so this is definitely a long shot, but guys, I really, really like this book. I'm definitely picking up some extra copies for myself, and that is Me, You, Love in the Dark, #1. This is going to be a 5-issue miniseries. It's written by the team that created Middle West. That's right, if you like Middle West, hopefully you guys will like this. But yeah, so the writer is Scotty Young, and the artist is Jorge Corona. And that right there is selling it for me. I loved Middle West. Middle West, that first issue, does really well in the secondary market. And that's part of the reason why I am buying into this book. I'm absolutely loving it. But guys, let me read the synopsis real quick. The synopsis is, an artist named Ro retreats from the grind of the city to an old house in a small town to find solace and inspiration without realizing the muse within is not what she expected. Fans of Stephen King and Neil Gaiman will enjoy this beautiful, dark, and disturbing story of discovery, love, and terror. I just think that sounds super, super cool. And guys, I am following that Middle West success that this team had, because again, that first issue does sell pretty well in the secondary market. But guys, those are all the books that I have on FOC. 1 super solid spec book and 3 long shots. Let's roll over. Let's roll over. I can't even talk. Let's get into my new Comic Book Day Spec for next week. It is time to jump into my new Comic Book Day Spec for July 14th of 2021. Alright guys, and the first book up on my list is Nice House on the Lake, #1, the second print. #1's doing really well. Maybe the second print will do really well in the future. Again, I think this will be a long-term hold, not a quick flip. Pick up a couple extra copies of this second print and see what it does in the future. And the second and last book up on our new Comic Book Day list is Never Never. I've talked about this book on FOC. I believe I talked about this book last week or the week before. It just happened to move to a different release date, and this book is absolutely awesome. And the reason why I put this book again on this list is because Nottingham is a dark and twisted retake on Robin Hood. And that's what this is. This is a dark and twisted take on Peter Pan. Now, this is not done by the same studio. This is done by Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal, in my opinion, does not have the same track record as, I believe it's Behemoth or Mad Cave. It's Mad Cave Studios. But it's a dark, twisted tale. I'm going to check it out, and I think it's worth you guys checking out as well. I'm going to read real quick what Key Collector app has on this book. It says, it's a dark take on the Peter Pan tale. A young girl will face her greatest test, and also an island full of immortal cannibals with a dark secret that sustains its existence in the most unnatural and awful ways. That just sounds awesome, and I think you guys should be picking up a couple extra copies of this book, because if this follows what Nottingham did, this book is going to sell really well on the secondary market. Alright guys, it is time for my new segment, which is called Cool Books I'm Really Excited About. I can't even talk, I'm talking so fast, but guys, this is just a non-spec section of the video. There's no spec potential behind any of these books. If these books just happen to do well in the secondary market, that is complete coincidence. But guys, let's go over what these books are. And the first one up is Thor #15. This is starting a new arc, and it's going to be Thor versus Captain America. That just sounds really cool to me. I absolutely love what Donny Cates has done with Thor so far, and I'm just behind this book 100%. And the next one up is The Joker #5. Now, there's no first appearance, there's no cameo, there's no second appearance. This is just variant covers that I'm absolutely loving. Check them out right now. They're up on screen. Guys, these things are absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to have these in my collection. Alright guys, and the last book that I want to talk to you guys about that I'm really excited about is just a variant cover for Future State Gotham #3. This is the variant cover done by Rose Besh, and I just think this is absolutely awesome. Her artwork is blowing up right now, and I think this is a super cool cover. It's not a 1 in 25, it's just the B cover, I believe, for this book, and I just think it's so sexy, and I'm going to be picking it up and adding it to my collection. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Not a ton of spec in today's video. This video should be on the shorter side, but I don't know. I do so many takes, I never know how long these videos are going to be. But guys, thank you guys so much for sticking around this long in the video. I would love it if you guys took a minute and let me know what you think about the spec that I talked about in today's video. Did I miss anything, or any of the spec that I talked about in today's video just absolute garbage? Please let me know down in the comments below, but also let me know why you think what you think. Guys, I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us here on the channel. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell for notifications. We post videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and we go live each and every Friday on Comics and Beer. It's a 1-hour live stream where Stephanie and I, the better half of this video or this channel, talk about all the latest comic book news. We drink some craft beers, we do some trivia, and you guys want to be there for the trivia because that's how you get your entries into the end of the month giveaway. And guys, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on Thursday for Holland Vlog. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Peace.